waiting for my Uber. A lot of whistling going around, so I think I'll be able to talk better when I'm in my Uber. Alright, so now I'm in my car. I need to get out of the airport and then through the city. So everybody who's joining in, thank you so much. This is another Weekends with Karthik. So yeah, this one's gonna be a view one as well. This is and explain things to you. So yeah, I have no idea what to expect, but hopefully and there'll be a lot of fun things happening that I can enjoy, and hopefully you guys can enjoy along with me. We're still getting out of the airport, so it is a bit of a mess. The condition. So yeah, sort of expected this. I'm just gonna be talking to myself a lot, so that's okay.
You wanna me talking on the phone too? Or you
No.
You good?
Thank you.
Alright.
So this is my first time in New York City. So
You look. You going to New Jersey? Yeah?
I'm going to New Jersey. Yeah. The weather conditions are not that great. It's sort of an overcast weather condition. So it's been very weird for the past weeks. It usually is quite nice and sunny. So this is supposed to be a summer, but yeah, as you can see, it's been quite rainy. Just exiting the airport. Not sure if you can see it, but in the distance you can sort of see the skyscrapers, the towering skyscrapers of Manhattan in the very distance right there. So yeah, this is me getting out of the airport and making my way through Manhattan actually and to New Jersey. Quite a ride. So yeah, as I was saying, this is the last stop in my trip. I'm starting to feel the travel fatigue a bit actually. It's been quite a few days on the road. So a lot of different time zones being changed, a lot of traveling and like spending my time just in the transit and in commute. So yeah, at some point it starts to get to you. So I am starting to feel a bit of a travel fatigue a bit. So I'm actually happy that I'll be in New York for about a week. So it gives me the time to just stay at like one place for a while before I'm gonna head back to Amsterdam. So yeah, looking forward to actually being able to do that. But yeah, so New York has been one of those cities I've always wanted to visit. Sort of felt like a city, of course, from the romanticized sort of a world. Yeah, it seems to be the bustling metropolitan. I think one of the biggest bustling metropolitans are really like vibe and the big city atmosphere. And so I do want to visit all the big metropolises of the world. So New York, Tokyo, all of these really big bustling cities. So those are things that have always been on my sort of to-do list. So I really want to see what's the vibe and what's the culture. Because I feel cities like these, they have some sort of a vibe, some sort of emotion that's very hard to express. Right? And that's something that I've learned always from Bombay. So I love Bombay as a city, but what's nice about the city is very hard to put in words, because it's sort of the vibe of the city is what is nice. So I hope that and New York to me seems to be sort of similar in that way, where the city has a spirit, the city has a soul. And yeah, I'm just excited to be out here and to be able to experience it and see what that feels like. So I'm here for about a week, mostly for work. So I will be having work and business sort of meetings that I will be going to. But I do want to take some time off or to also explore the city, and also to take some time off to enjoy sort of some aspects of the city that I really want to explore. So yeah, excited to be out here. I'm gonna use headphones actually. Maybe that improves audio. I'm not sure how to connect it. Even if that improves the audio that you have been listening to for so long, not sure if there's a way to, yeah, let me know if this improves the audio. Right. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, I'm pretty sure some of you have been here for a while, or you have visited New York. If there are things here that you have enjoyed, that you have experienced, that you would like me to check out while I'm here, happy to take part in that and do that. So yeah, just let me know what are the places I should check out. I don't have a lot of time. I have like 1 week, and even in that 1 week, I have work things to attend to. But I do want to take some time off in that to be able to things. So yeah, if there are stuff that you would in New York while I'm here, please give me a shout out. And yeah, happy to go check it out. So yeah, I think still just stepping in through the suburbs. I have actually not done that much of a research into the geography of this place, but yeah, it seems to be that we're going into it. Now you can sort of start seeing we just was able to see the buildings, and then they have this thing. So actually going into the city, you can see here the skyscrapers coming in. I can't really zoom in here. Oh, I can. So I'm not sure if you can see at the distance, but you see sort of the Manhattan skyscrapers at the very end of this. Doesn't look that great on video, but yeah, you can see it here. This is much better view. So that's the Empire State Building right there, and the other fascinating architecture that New York City has to offer. Wow, there's actually a massive a graveyard right there next to it. So yeah, we're going through the Freedom Tower, the Empire State. We are now at the Williamsburg Bridge, which will take us into this. I'm not sure if you can see it, but this is like a massive a graveyard right here. Like you see all of those tombstones. Yeah, it's like a massive graveyard. So I will be taking some time to go check out the lower of all of those concrete jungle buildings out there, the skyscrapers, and yeah, a lot of the fascinating architecture. So I've been recommended a few places to just walk around, just to admire the architecture of that place. So we'll definitely be doing that. But I really like this view, the skyline that you can clearly see of New York out here. Of course, I've seen this skyline like 100 times in 100 different movies. So yeah, it's nice, fascinating to be able to see it in person. It's a great a Brooklyn graffiti out there. Wow. So it's gonna take me about an hour to get to New Jersey. So yeah, I hope you folks here can keep me company for an hour. Uh, yeah, I'm not very talkative today because I'm just very exhausted. But yeah, if you have stuff you want to ask me, stuff you want to recommend me, just drop it in like in the comments. Happy to happy to have a chat with whoever's on here. I'm really hoping the weather improves over the next few days because I would really like to explore and enjoy the city. So it's not gonna be the best of climates to enjoy it if it's gonna be dull and gloomy like this. So yeah, really hoping the weather really improves. There's the famous traffic jam of New York. So we are sort of in bumper to bumper all traffic around here. So it is gonna take me a while to get to New Jersey. About an hour is what it says right now. But yeah, can't do nothing about it. That's one of the downsides of living in a bustling metropolitan is, you do spend a lot of time just sitting around in traffic. So yeah, that's the annoying part. I do know New York at least has good public transport, so I do intend to make good use of that when I'm out here. I just didn't want to do it today because I have like a big ass suitcase that I'm taking around with me. So I just didn't want to be sort of lugging around a huge ass suitcase in a subway. So I took an Uber for today. But yeah, I think over the next few days I really will be one of the subway, like a creature of the New York City. I was just texting my friend who I'll be staying with that I'm on my way. So my friend stays all the way in New Jersey. So that's where I'll be mostly staying. I also have a friend who stays in Hell's Kitchen. So I might spend a couple of nights over there. But yeah, couch surfing is the way for me now, for at least. Yeah, this is a nice looking bridge that I'm going through. So this is the Williamsburg Bridge that you have probably seen in a lot of movies and stuff like that. So you can see it out here. Classic. And as we pass through that, we do get a better view of the skyscrapers of New York. Wow. The video doesn't really do your justice to the view that this is. This is really, really pretty. Yeah, it just looks like a cloudy and a gray thing on the video, but yeah, when through the megapixels of your eyes, this is wow, this is really, really pretty. And there's the towering Empire State Building, the Chrysler right behind it. Can't really see much. And then there are these buildings, which are the more depressing architecture that you see on the outskirts and on the suburbs. But through those depressing architecture, you see the glimpses of Manhattan just behind it. I do need to keep checking my battery level. So we're just getting off the Williamsburg Bridge right now, going into Manhattan. A lot of cool graffitis out here. It's not cool, but yeah, let's see the graffitis. Anisha says, "Go see the botanical garden. It's a kaleidoscope themed garden." Cool. Add that to the list. What are some of the non-touristy stuff? Like, what are some of the stuff that the locals do? I think that'll be fascinating to learn and explore as well. Because yeah, I think that's what I want to, experience about New York is sort of more like the local stuff. I'm not really as curious about like the Statue of the Liberty or the Empire State Building and stuff like that. I wanna like really go to the and have like the local experiences. So yeah, if you have recommendations around that, let me know. Just observing the local everyday folks just going about their business. Kind of like people watching like that. So you can do some people watching with me. This is the NYU right here. I think I've seen this street in some of the Casey Neistat videos. This seems like a familiar street. I really love these streets. This is, yeah, exactly how I imagined New York to be. These corners, these streets, especially this corner. It's very New York for me. So I'll probably be out here just to walk through the streets again. A lot of the garbage on the street I see everywhere for some reason. There's this big garbage pile here. There is this big garbage pile here. I don't know why. It's in the spring or cleaning season or something, but yeah, a lot of garbage all around. And outside, like fancy places as well. So it's not like, yeah, some dump. This is another very, like a New York thing for me that I've seen. One is these scaffoldings, because some building is always under construction, so people just are walking through these. And if you look a bit ahead, there is like smoke coming out of the sewers. Yeah, almost every depiction of New York in that intro shot I've seen smoke coming out of the sewers. It's right here. Can't see it yet, but yeah, we'll soon see that smoke coming out of sewers once we go past this building. We are at Warwick Street. So you see, this is what I meant. Oh, we're going to go into the Holland Aura Tunnel. Another name I know from the massive amounts of references I've heard of it from the movies. That right there is what's gonna take us into the Holland Tunnel. Seems like it's gonna be a crawl through it. Yeah, it's a long ass tunnel, so we're in for a long, long underground of nothingness. Seems pretty packed, so yeah, we'll probably be in here for a while. Ooh, all right. Until we get to the light at the end of the tunnel, it's just gonna be me. It's a long tunnel. You can see traffic behind me, a bunch of traffic ahead of me. It's not even a straight tunnel. It's like weaving into things. So yeah, just sit back and relax. It's also a little claustrophobic tunnel. It's actually not like a super wide tunnel, so the ceiling is super low, and we're also too close to the walls. It sort of feels like we're all jam packed in. So yeah, don't want to think about what happens when we get stuck here. I wonder why it's called the Holland Tunnel. But yeah, this is gonna get us from Manhattan to Jersey City. So New Jersey is where I'm headed to. So when I come out of the other end of this, I will technically no longer be in New York. I did this stupid thing of skipping lunch. So when I left from my hotel in the morning, it was very early. So we went to a breakfast place. I didn't feel like eating a lot, but I just had a donut and a coffee. And then I should have left for the airport much earlier. I had a flight at 1:30, but I was over optimistic as to how long it's gonna take me to get to the airport. So by the time I got to the airport, it was actually like 12:45. And then as soon as I got to the airport, there were issues with me doing a check-in. Something was just not right. Typical airport struggles that I have. So it took me a while to get myself checked in. And by the time I went through security and I got to the gate was already about to close. So I just had to like rush in, show my boarding pass, and just board the flight. So I didn't really have time to eat lunch because the flight took off at 1:30. So I should have technically, I should have gone to the airport earlier to grab something to eat there, which I did not. So yeah, once I jumped on the flight, they had nothing on the flight except these little pretzel thingies, which are not great. So that's all I ate. And now I'm in a weird time zone thing because back in Chicago where I left from, it is still 4:30, so it's an hour behind. But here it's almost 6 o'clock. So yeah, so it's now for me a weird time to eat lunch, but I'm hungry. But also I should be eating your dinner soon. So yeah, shot myself in the foot there. So I just have to somehow brave through the next few hours so that it's time to eat your dinner, and then hopefully from tomorrow my food cycle, sleep cycle, all of those align, and I can actually have a productive day. Tomorrow is a Monday. There's a whole bunch of things on my plate that I want to get done with so that I can enjoy the rest of my week. So yeah, Uh, Definitely want to be productive. So if you know any places where I can work out of, good coffee places where I can go and work out of, that recommendation would also be super helpful actually, because I just want to be able to work out of places. So I will be working a few days instead of just sitting at home and working from home. If I can go to a nice cafe where I can work out of, that'll be great. So recommendations for that is also appreciated. Things are speeding up a bit in the tunnel. It's nice. We seem to almost be at the other end of it. Yes, we are at the end of the tunnel. There's a big board that says "Welcome to Jersey City." So we are technically out of New York. We are now in Jersey. We are still about 15 minutes away from where my friend stays, so take us a few minutes to get home. But at least we're out of the tunnel, so I feel a lot better. So this is Jersey City. This is the more affordable place near New York. New York. The Manhattan is pretty expensive place to live. So this is where the people who actually wanna be able to afford a house come. But yeah, we could, as you saw, it's not that far from New York City, so it's pretty accessible. There's good public transport, good road connection. Um, but yeah, doesn't have the price tag of a New York apartment. As we go in here, the sun is about to set. It's not that there was much of a sun out, anyways, but now I could see it dipping below the horizon slowly as it comes to a slow crawl. That's the Holland Tunnel going the other way. So yeah, the traffic in the city is crazy. Seems like I'm almost there. It's a funny ad. It's a cute house. Seem to be almost there. I think one of these tall buildings is where my friend lives. And there seems to be some sort of a tram station out here, which seems pretty nice. Right, and we're here. So let's go a step out. Take this off. Yes, thank you. Got it. Thank you so much. Have a good day. All right. So I made it to my friend's place. So this is where I would say goodbye. Thanks everyone for giving me a company and staying with me on my first like ride into New York. I will be exploring the city a lot more, and I will be putting stories on Instagram. That's where you can check it out. So this is the end of it. Thank you. I will see you like next weekend with something more exciting. Bye.